Okay, when you go to use a rasp, put a little section of the spoon handle hanging out. If I hang too much out at a time, again, by using a rasp on here, I can snap this handle in half quite easily, and I've seen plenty of students do it. So just have a little bit off the side. We're now going to use a rasp. The rasp has really big teeth and it can make your job a lot easier. However, because it's got big teeth, it can actually ruin your work as well if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? There's certain angles you've got to use it on. That's why I'm going to move my body right down here. I'm going to kneel on the ground, and to the front of this spoon I'm going to push up. You notice it takes really big chips off this wood, so if you're not careful you can actually take too much off and ruin it. Over the other side, I'm going to grab the rasp on the end and pull on it instead of pushing. Okay. Once you've done both sides, you just have to do a few more at different angles, and that makes it rounded. So once we've done that much, we can either rotate the spoon or just move it along and work a little bit more. So you can see the difference that makes to the spoon in a very short amount of time. Now, once you get to the curvy part of the spoon, you need to use the back side of the rasp, which is the rounded side. We've already used the flat side. I'm just going to flip it around and use that rounded side. Make sure you're being very gentle with this rasp. You don't have to push hard. If you do, you could still snap this spoon in half. If you snap the spoon in half at this stage, you're going to be pretty upset because of all the work you've done. Again, at the end of it, you make a flat spot first, and then you go on a few different angles, and that makes it rounded. Okay, so this section here is the only section on the spoon that you use the rounded side of the rasp on. The rest of the spoon, you have to use the flat side, use it all the way around here, and it should be no problem. The end of the spoon's a little bit harder because of the direction of the grain. However, it's less likely to snap the spoon, so you can push a little bit harder on it. Okay, working round to the other side of the spoon, where we had to use that rounded side again. be able to see this spoon's been rounded. Now there's one last thing we have to round. When you look at the back of a spoon, you'll notice that the back of the spoon is very curved as well. This one's got a large flat area. We need to do something about that. What we need to do is draw a different shape on the back of this spoon. This shape I'm drawing at the moment represents where I'm going to file this spoon down to. Okay, once that's done, you can pop it in that vise again with this little neck of the spoon. You'll have to use the round side of the rasp. It's a bit harder to do this because you can't get to every part of the spoon too much. If you stick the spoon out too far, you're going to snap it. So you're going to have to rotate it and change that vise quite a bit. So right now I'm not going to file here until I move it down a bit because I could snap it. Once you've finished off the large area, you just need to round those edges off a little bit and carefully. You don't want to rip off a chunk at this stage. Okay, so you can now see the back of that spoon is nice and round. Next stage is to sand the spoon.